All right, in 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone. Happy Monday to you all. I'm Jess. We are joined once again by the wonderful house of people, Joe and Abby. Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
How's it going, friends? Joe, you're quite festive today. How so?
I know, because I am on location here in sunny Honolulu.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
I feel like you should, with that kind of statement, like be over like on your balcony and with a nice scene behind you, be like,
Okay, all right, you know what? I thought of doing that, and I'm actually going to move my computer and kind of do this. So I tried to get scenery behind me, but it's too dang bright. So you can't see anything, really.
I mean, you know what? That's a nice little look.
Yeah, so there you go. It's like you got like downtown Honolulu kind of right there. So there's my tour of Hawaii for you.
There you go. Thank you. I mean, I'd much rather have like a Legends stream, but you know, we'll take what we can get, right, Abby? We'll take what we can
Yep.
get.
Yeah, speaking of Legends, he just popped into chat, and I hung out with him yesterday,
Hi,
which was
Legends.
kind of awesome. He taught me a new board game, so that was super fun.
Nice.
nice
What
of
did you
him.
play?
It was a game I hadn't heard of. It was a co-op game called The Master's Trials: Wrath of Magmaroth.
Okay.
Really, really fun game by AEG and Artipia Games. It's like this like board building game where you like buy cards and you're trying to like beat this like fire god. Really, really fun game.
Yeah,
So
wow.
I enjoyed it.
Very cool. And Gus is saying Joe's totally living in the past. Hawaii's so 3 hours ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. I'm like a time traveler.
Let's say hi to folks in the chat. Akilaverse is here, yes, because we are going to be chatting with him in just a moment. Slivers is here. Hi, 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 hi. Welcome in, Slivers. Panda Angel is here. Thank you so much for joining us. Tech, hello. Good evening to you. Gus, of course. So many wonderful friends here in the chat. Thank you all for joining us. Team Phantom Meeple for a limited time, says Legends.
It's understandable.
Yeah, he's being nice because I met him in person. So he's like, yeah, when you stream tomorrow, I'm going to be Team Phantom Meeple because we won this co-op game, which I hardly ever win. So I'm reaping the benefits.
That's awesome.
Oh, so if he would have lost, do you think he would not be Team Phantom Meeple?
Oh, 100%. He said if we would have lost, he wouldn't have said anything.
Too funny. So speaking of games, Abby, have you gotten any games to the table this last week?
I feel like we did play some game. We did. We play. You know what? I couldn't tell you what we did Saturday other than go to a hockey game. But we played board games before. Do I remember what we played? No.
It was all on BGA, so you can go to your BGA history and take a look.
No, we played 2 on the table.
Oh yeah, that's right. We played Village Rails, and what else did we do? Oh yeah, Bravo. We did.
Yeah,
Yeah, those are the 2 we did.
Oh, yeah.
I keep you around because you're the memory. If even your memory's going here, this is not giving me much hope.
Oh, what? There were small games. I totally forgot we did them.
Yeah, I was like, no, we did something on the table. I just remember sitting down and like doing something. Couldn't tell you what, but
Yeah, Sliver
Okay, well,
says
there you go.
played
I
a new
remembered.
Kickstarter game called Resurgence. It's fabulous.
Ooh,
Have either of you heard of that game?
I
not.
haven't.
Oh, Slivers, you have to tell us what you did. What type of game it is. I mean, not what you did, because obviously you played this game 3 times. But what you did, how it plays. Gus and I got to the table one of the Deckscape games. It was Dracula's Castle. Oh,
Ooh.
man. It was silly. It totally had all the Halloween goodies that you would want in it. But the thing is with these Deckscape games, for those who aren't familiar, it's one of those escape the room type games, but it's cards, just a stack of cards, and you're going through the cards. You don't have to destroy anything. You can just reset the whole game, put them back in numerical order, and hand them off to someone else, which is super nice.
Oh, fun.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it was something to kind of quick for like, hey, we got an hour or so. Let's just sit down and kind of crack this out. So it was really, really great. But yeah, Gus says he really wants to play Village Rails and loves Bravo. Yeah. So you all got
Well-
Village Rails at Gen Con, right?
No, I got Village Rails from Shucks a week before it actually released at retail.
Okay.
I think that just means we need to take a trip down to Portland so that
I
Gus
was
or not can
about
play
to
Village
say.
Rails.
Yeah, I was
That's
about to
what I'm
say,
hearing.
Next time we're down there, I'll totally have to bring it so I can teach. It's a very easy teach, very quick game too, like 30,
It is.
45 minutes. It's really fun though.
Okay. Cool. Very cool. And thank you, Tangi, for the lurk. Appreciate that. Sliver says Resurgence is by Stan Kordonsky, the designer of Lockup, Endless Winter, Rurik, and Dice Hospital. Huh.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting.
Did not know that.
Got it. And friends, James Brazil is here. So now
Oh,
we have to
Oh,
start.
we got an official stream.
yep. Now we can start.
It's an official stream. Welcome in, James. Good to see you, my dear. So now, without further ado, let's bring in our guests. What do we think, Joe and Abby?
I think so. Let's bring him in.
He is colorful. He is Omari Akil's here.
Yay!
What's
Hey.
up?
I say you're colorful, Omari, because your stream background is just so beautiful. Like it's just so many colors going on behind you.
We're all about colors here.
I love it.
It's halfway why I renamed our company to Colorway Game Labs.
Hey, there you
It's all
go.
about the color.
It's all about it. Yes. And so thank you so much for taking time out of your evening, my friend, to join us here on stream.
Of course.
So lovely to see your face. The last time we all got to see each other was at Gen Con, and that seems like ages ago.
It feels like ages ago. Several lives.
It was.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so much love for Omari in the chat. Everybody's just so happy to have you here. But for those that do not know who you are, Omari, why don't you take a second to introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about
Sure.
like your job description and like how you define who is Omari.
Oh, man. Yeah, I could start there. I'm Omari Akil. You can find me all over the place as Akilaverse, and I am largely a game designer. That's where I spend probably most of my time. But I also run a publishing company with my brother called Colorway Game Labs. We make games about Black culture themes and games that just relate and demonstrate parts of the Black experience. And I also do freelance games. I've done some stuff for WizKids. We actually have a Marvel game coming out next year, so that's exciting. Yeah, I'm doing a lot these days. I used to stream more, and I'm coming back, but I'm coming back with a little bit more silliness and just having fun. So yeah, that's like 30% of what I do, and we could talk about the rest as we go along.
Yay! That's wonderful. I mean, we just needed an introduction to kind of ease into the conversation, and then we'll go from there. But yeah,
Perfect.
This is so awesome for you to be here with us tonight. And for those that aren't familiar with how we do community connections, it's basically just a roundtable discussion with our lovely guest, and we just go around the table and ask questions to get a little bit more insight on who they are, who is Omari. And I'm actually going to start with Joe. Why don't you ask the first question, my friend?
All right. I'll start, but I'm gonna defer to chat because I'm actually kind of curious about this myself from Mr. James Brazil. How much or what advice did you add to Rising Waters now currently on Kickstarter?
Yeah, that was such an interesting project. Unfortunately I didn't get to work with them too much. But when they were getting to the stage when they were thinking about Kickstarter, they wanted to they reached out for a couple reasons. One, because I've done Kickstarters, and they wanted to know what I thought about the game and the concept as it kind of relates to Kickstarter, but then also to just give some kind of general feedback about what they were doing and what they were trying to do. And what I think what I gave them was pretty solid. It just kind of, I wanted to highlight a few things. I was able to highlight a few things that I thought they could change and just make the game feel much more humanizing. And I think they were able to capitalize on that. Yeah, so it was some early feedback that I hope kind of got them going in the right direction. Yeah, I wish I could have done more on it, but I was just swamped and had too much going on at the time to continue. But I haven't seen everything completely laid out in its final form yet. So yeah, I think I'll check it out, and hopefully they did a good job and used some of my recommendations.
Awesome.
That is awesome.
All right, question to you, Abby.
How did you get into board gaming?
When I was just like, I'm living in a new place and looking for community, I used the ancient website meetup.com to find a weekly board game group. And yeah, it wasn't that far away from me. They played every week. It was like at a little coffee shop cafe. And I went in there, and the first game I played was Lords of Waterdeep. And I was like, well, this is cool.
Yeah.
I was like, this is way different just from like any other kind of gaming experience that I had had. And yeah, got me stuck.
Oh, man. Sorry, Abby, did you have anything you want to add?
Oh, I was gonna say, James Ruziel says I still use that ancient website, and it's funny because I get like pop-ups and emails daily from Meetup, and I'm like, I still forget that it's a thing, but it's still on my phone.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, sometimes it works.
This is true.
All right, Omari, do you have a preference, cooperative games or competitive games?
That's a tricky one. I am going to say cooperative games because lately I've just been so steeped in that on the design side, basically. So yeah, it's really attractive to me right now. Really fun to just like, work on strategies together and decide what kind of risk you're going to take, and hopefully have good moments of triumph against the game. Yeah, it's a good time. So yeah, that's where my brain has been. So I think right now it's co-op.
Cool. Joe?
All right, so as a designer yourself, is there someone you've looked up to as a mentor in your professional journey as a designer?
Yeah. Eric Lang has seriously been like, both before we were actually able to meet and connect and after, had been somebody that I just like understood to kind of have figured it out. It's like how to do this game design thing and how to create things that are memorable and that people want to return to. And just with style and flair, I feel like all Eric's games just have that in some way. And still, I think Arcadia Quest is one of my favorite games. So yeah, absolutely. And then actually meeting him and actually have him give me some advice, it was just like, usually talking to Eric breaks me a little bit inside, and I have to like recover from it. And then I'm off in a much better direction, but it's a process.
That's understandable. So I'm actually going to follow that up with another question we have. Would you consider that to be like a fanboy moment as far as like meeting somebody important from the board game community, or is there somebody else that kind of oversteps him?
I don't know. Yeah, it was a little bit of a fanboy moment. I tried to play it cool. But he's just like the warmest, coolest dude at the same time. So yeah, it didn't make me feel too much like a fanboy because it was just such a nice kind of moment.
Yeah, he was a really chill guy when I met him at Gen Con briefly, and yeah, it was definitely fun to meet him.
He actually has quite a lot of wit too. which is
He
like
does.
behind his just chillness. Like he always wants to make sure he throws bunny ears on somebody. And like,
Oh yeah. Clever AF.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Abby, to you, my dear.
Well, that was gonna be my question until you stole it. Now I gotta prepare. Oh my gosh. What is your favorite game night snack?
Oh, gummy bears. I have some right here.
Yes.
That's my favorite all the time snack. Doesn't matter what I'm doing.
Oh, that's legit. I am a gummy bear fiend.
I was gonna say, what is your favorite brand? Because they differ so much by brand.
Haribo. Why are we even talking about this? I have Haribo shoes.
wait, are you wearing them right now, Omari?
No, but I could be.
I could be.
He's like, that is too funny. Yes, friends, when we were prepping the stream, we were like, okay, everybody grab, if you need some water or whatever. And Omari's like, BRB, I'm getting a stream snack. And he legit brought some gummy bears. So you're all getting the real that is Omari right now, which is awesome.
Yep.
Abby, you want to do a follow-up to that stream snack question? You can't have food without drinks.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I was gonna say there's only one that goes with it. So, what's your favorite game night beverage?
Ooh, that's tricky. I'm gonna say probably just tequila. That is, it's like it's a long, slow sip, and it'll last me all night. And usually, if I'm gonna sit down and game, I'm gonna try to do a good gaming session because I don't get those opportunities often. So, yeah, a nice tequila on the rocks with a lime. That'll take me.
Is there a particular brand you fancy?
Not particularly, but some of my just like favorite like locals are ones that are at the bars here. I don't even think they're local, but I like Lunazol just for that kind of everyday chill drinking. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Omari, what is your go-to player color?
I'm gonna say purple because the right answer is pink, but there's not a lot of games that have it, so I just default to purple. It's the best I can do.
I love
There's
that.
nothing wrong with purple. I mean,
Oh no, I can see.
nothing wrong with purple. Yeah. And what was I going to say on that? Oh, favorite game mechanism.
Ooh, mechanism. Right now, probably bag building.
Okay.
I think that's where I'm at right now. Yeah. I was playing Wonderland's War and it sold me on it. And I also was working on a game design that has it and it was exciting me. So I think that's it for me right now.
Awesome. Ooh, Sliver says, Omari, the game that he mentioned earlier, Resurgence, has pink.
Ooh, there you go.
And it's got bag building, I think he said.
Yeah, I think he also said it had bag building too.
A little bit of bag building, hidden worker placement, engine building, resource management.
Yeah, it's
That's
like Sliver wants you to like spend your money.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna have to look at it now. I have zero option.
Yeah, so do we. I mean, Abby and I, we love like Quacks of Quedlinburg.
Yeah.
Or Orleans, which is great bag builders. So yeah, that's what we're gonna have to look into as well.
Quacks sold me on it. Quacks was like, bag building can be real interesting, and I was like, okay, Quacks, I'll take it.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
Yep. All right, Joe.
All right, time for my favorite question that I love asking all of our guests.
I am not ready. Okay, go.
No, that's fair because this one has actually thrown most of our guests for a loop, but in a good way. All right, here we go. So, do you still consider yourself a player first, a designer second, or has the creative process overtaken the hobby aspect of gaming for you?
Oh yeah, 100%. Designing has taken over for sure. That's a part of like, trying to kind of like reestablish my love for gaming, because I was just so like steeped in the design for a while, and I was like, I gotta play more games and just like, and not playing them to analyze them, because that's often what you do when you sit down to play a game is you play it and you're like the whole time you're just like designing in your head, in some ways. So yeah, it's been like that, and I'm actually trying to move the needle back the other way as we speak.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right, Abby, you're up, my dear.
Oh man, it just flew out of my brain. Like I was all ready, and then you're like, you said my name, and it's like, now I gotta pick a new one. Oh no, it was sorry, it was Amanda's question. That's why I was like, I can't find it. What's your favorite game to play with strangers?
I'm gonna say Set. Have you played Set?
That's a throwback.
Ooh, that's an interesting choice.
Yeah, because it's such a goofy, like mental, like exercise that you have to go through to play that game. It's fun to watch people figure it out. It's really, really fun to watch people figure it out who haven't played it before and who I don't know anything about. Like when I ran like game nights at the bars here, I would just bust that out on people because of that. It was just so entertaining, and to just like see how different people respond to how that game works, because it is such a visual puzzle, and I don't know, it's really fun in ways that I wasn't expecting, especially when I got first introduced to it. I was like, this game is madness, I hate it. And then I was like, oh, but look how interesting, this is fun. Nobody can do it, but when they can, it's like you're just like, you can't stop. It just sucks you in.
Too funny. Omari, what is your ideal player count or group size to play games with?
The 3-player game is probably my preference. Like, I'm an introvert, so anything more than 4, and I already know I'm going to be exhausted at the end. But a good, and 2-player games, especially if it's competitive, I don't always like having just one opponent. Like, it feels better to just have another person, so things aren't totally balanced. I like, a little bit of variance in who I'm playing against and who I'm thinking about and trying to figure out as we're playing.
Nice.
So
yeah,
3.
I think 3.
Yeah.
I think 3 is good, especially in like the co-op scenario, like setting too. Because having that extra brain, and you're like, oh, I didn't even think about that, is huge.
Super helpful.
Yeah, a lot of those light bulb moments for sure. Yeah. All right, Joe, what you got?
All right, so you mentioned before when you were playing games that you're always thinking about design. So if you could redesign any one game, what would it be?
Redesign a game. Ooh, interesting. That's like a whole nother thing. There's a lot of games that I would maybe want to make expansions for. Let me see. Hold on. Redesign.
Or if you can't think of one, if you could think of an expansion, like, easily, you could answer it that way as well.
Yeah. I think I would love to try to kind of expand on the Eclipse games, not necessarily redesign, but I liked sort of the way that their mechanics kind of went together. And the game that was present there was just something super interesting to me, building, like crafting your ships and actually moving them around and exploring the galaxy and fighting, like 4X at its finest for me for a long time. So I think there's something cool there, and they did the Second Dawn, and yeah, I think I would enjoy like messing around with some Eclipse type game. I haven't done anything about space yet, so I feel like it's an open area for me still.
Well, maybe that's the next theme you need to conquer is do like a space themed game. I'd be curious.
Oh yeah.
I'm actually, interestingly, I don't have anything on my docket at all in space, so now I'm going to be thinking about it. Thanks, Joe.
There you go. Hey, here for you, buddy.
Oh, okay. All right. So, wait, before we continue, Joe and Abby, I think we're like 3 for 3 now of every new guest that we've had in like the last 3 weeks, Omari. We have sparked some idea or concept for them just in our conversation. And now we have added another thing to our list. Omari's gonna make a space game. There we go. So yes, I feel like there's magic in these Monday streams, y'all. Like we're just getting the creative juices just flowing. So this is awesome.
I'll take it.
All right, Abby.
Too awesome.
What is one piece of advice you'd give to someone just starting out?
I would say trust yourself. There's I think there's a lot of beauty in the early designers, like the ideas that they bring to the table. And I would like to see those things really come to life. And I think, that's what the process of like pitching, and publishers can usually see that stuff, and the things that stand out. But, I think everybody has a voice, right? Everybody has a perspective, and I would love to just see, what new designers like can bring to the table that's new and different. I know sometimes the industry can kind of influence and tell you what's cool or what works well or what doesn't work well. But I think new people bring new ideas. And so, I just want to see more of that stuff flourish and grow and spread.
Aw, that is so nice. Is there something, Omari, in particular that you wish would improve or change within the board gaming hobby?
I mean, yes, but I think they sort of already are happening. We're seeing a lot more diversity in people who are just in gaming and working in the industry. And yeah, it could be better, but I think there's a lot of good people doing good things to make it happen. So I'd love to see that. I'd love to see the industry start to mature more, where it's, we're figuring out the way to make sustainable products, and we're doing it at costs that aren't exorbitant, and we are offering good value for what we bring, and we can pay the people who are doing the work what they should be paid. And it's a process to get there, because it is fairly new industry in the way that it exists now, just like kind of exploding. So I think those things are going to happen too, but I think it's going to require a little more effort. I don't think those things are happening on their own. I know there are a lot of smart people in the industry who are kind of, operating their businesses differently and trying to change like that. But on a broader scale, I would love to see that stuff take hold.
Yeah, agreed. Joe?
Yeah. First, I want to welcome in the charity board gamer because it's always good to see you, friend.
hey.
So this is more of a request than a question coming from Chris. He was hoping he'd hop on and hear some of Omari's sweet freestyling. Love his tunes. So Omari, we're gonna put you on the spot. Quick, like 1 minute rap about board games. Go.
I can't do it without a beat, Joe. There's
Here,
no
I'll make a beat. I'll
freestyling
make a beat.
without a beat.
I make a beat.
All
I
right,
make
yeah,
a beat.
Jess,
Are
I'll
you
give you
ready? Are
one.
you ready, Omari? Are you
All
ready
right,
for this?
hold on. If we're gonna do this, I have a request also.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
I'm gonna need chat to participate because it's
need
very
some
hard to come
topics?
up with words on my own.
Oh, there we
So
go.
just
Yeah.
words. I can't do all of them, but if you put out some, and this is gonna work horribly in the musically because I think I'm not gonna hear the beat in the same time that I'm
Yeah,
speaking.
there's
It's
probably
gonna be
a
real
delay.
strange.
This is gonna be great.
Yep.
Well, I could just make it a simple, simple 4 beats here if you want it to.
I don't know if that's good enough. I need a banger, Jess.
All right, fine.
Wait, hold on. Let me go for it, Jess. You got this.
All right.
Oh, there we go.
Yes.
Okay, we can maybe do this. Are we getting words though?
All
I
right,
need
come on,
chat to
let's go,
participate.
chat. Give us
Let's
some
go,
words.
chat.
There we go. I'll throw some in there.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Okay,
Now we're getting some
chilling
words.
on a stream with CCG. It's been a long time, but I'm back doing the thing that you lacked before. Cause I'm in the floor, chilling. Where my shoes be at, I don't know. It's all about the bag building these days. I've been flowing every day. You just didn't see it. I've been moving every way. You just didn't peep it. And I'm gonna keep doing it every day. Sliding with the chartreuse shirt there. I see him. Joe real smooth. Got the pigtails popping and he moving. That's what I like. Just on a beat
Oh,
box.
I love it.
Love it.
Oh, well done.
Was
Well
that a
done.
man? I can't. I wasn't paying attention.
That was good. No, that was fantastic.
Off the dome. I don't go off the dome. It's actually very challenging.
No, that was
That was
fantastic.
beautiful.
That was
That-
coming
see-
soon to
see, that is-
Spotify. Stay tuned.
There we go. Getting the content chat really wants.
Yeah, that's why we're all here. Charity Board Gamer. Shout out to Charity Board Gamer. If it wasn't Charity Board Gamer, I might have said no. I'm just saying.
That is completely
I'm just
fair.
saying.
So there you go.
There you go.
All right, so that one was for you. There you go. All right, Abby, throw Omari an easy one after that wonderful performance.
I mean, also going off Charity Board Gamer, he said ketchup is, I don't know, whatever his opinion on mayo. But now I'm curious.
Ketchup is greater than mayo,
Thank
is what
you.
he was saying.
I never remember the greater than. One of these days I'll remember. But ketchup or mayonnaise, which is your preference?
Ketchup.
There it is.
Ketchup. And I'm angry because you didn't put barbecue sauce on the list. I'm just saying.
Oh, so then ketchup or barbecue sauce then, Omari?
Oh,
Barbecue sauce.
Now, are
All
you like
day
a
long.
sweet and tangy, or are you like a smoky barbecue sauce?
I'm more like a tangy and spicy.
Okay.
That's my fave. Yeah.
And we'll segue this a little bit just for Abby. Favorite kind of potato?
A French fried one.
Okay.
it's a good
Nice.
I mean, because some people say chips, some people say baked potato, some people
Hash
say
brown.
hey hash brown, tater tot.
The French fry. That's my favorite food. Favorite snack is gummy bear. Favorite food is French fries.
There you
I'm
go.
easy.
Nice.
There
I'm
you
so
go.
easy.
Finger foods. All right. I don't even know who asked the question last.
That was Abby who
Yeah.
asked the last one. So Jess, it's to you, my dear.
All right. Okay, we're gonna get a little more fun here. Do you have a favorite board game memory or something that was the funniest that you remember, Omari, while playing a board game or anything with board gaming that was memorable for you?
The funniest. I mean, it was funny, maybe depressing a little bit, but funny. I think more so. It was a game. It was in a 7-player game of Eclipse, and in the beginning of the second turn, somebody just decided to try to obliterate one of the other players, and it backfired
Oh, no.
horribly. And he ended up losing the game in the second turn
Oh,
of a like a 7 or 8 hour game that we ended up playing. So it was just, and he was ready to just take the risk, and we laughed and talked about that for a long time. Very long time. And that's just, you become known for that for your entire gaming career. It's just like, oh my goodness, what are you just gonna dive bomb? And like, is in every game you're just like, oh no, he's coming for us. It's nice to have a loose cannon though in a gaming group. It really is. Those loose cannon moments are like some of the best.
all too true. All too true.
Fabulous. Love it.
Joe?
All right, I guess I'm up next. Do you think the terms board game and tabletop are separate, or are they becoming more interchangeable?
I think they're becoming more interchangeable, and I think that's a good thing. So, yeah, tabletop to me really, it incorporates RPGs, but I think it incorporates card games in a better way. I think, so the term tabletop really can be something that works well for describing all of these things. So, yeah, we'll always, I think, call them board games, but in terms of the wider view, I don't know, I'm kind of hoping tabletop takes a little bit of that.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Yeah.
What is the most incredible bargain you've ever found on a board game?
I'm really bad at finding bargains. I think I haven't had any incredible ones. Oh, I did. I got a Terraforming Mars that was, I think it was $18.
Oh wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, and that was the crazy part. When I opened it, it had an insert too. I was like, sweet. It was like double awesome version of Terraforming Mars.
Oh, that's
yeah.
fantastic.
It was at this used place, or it was just like a board game cafe, but they had used games in New Orleans.
That
Pretty
is-
excited. Yeah, I think it was D4 Gaming Cafe is the name of it. Yeah. Super cool place. The owner was really nice to us and like got some copies of Rap Gods almost immediately when he met us. So yeah,
That's awesome.
awesome place.
That is cool.
Well, speaking of rap gods, Charity Board Gamer has a little rap here that he put in the chat. I'm gonna try to read it. I'm gonna try to read it in the form of a rap to see if I'm getting it, but I'll probably get the beat totally off. All right. What do you do when you feel alone? Have new games inside your home. Call up my friends, that's what I do. Omari, can you come over? It's 1:45. I've got some fries in the oil and Rap Gods on the table. I need some advice on how to win if you're able.
Nice.
I love it.
Well done, Jess.
There we go.
Thank you, Charity.
Charity Board Gamer
That was
here.
legit.
Thank you so much for that, Charity Board Gamer. That was not my question, but
I think it counts. I don't know.
here is my question. Horizontal, vertical, or if it fits, it sits when it comes to your board game collection.
If it fits, it's sis. My storage is madness. It's pure madness. I just have everything shoved in any place it could possibly go. It's uncontrollable. I do appreciate chaos in many real ways. So yeah, that's the only answer I can say legitimately.
That's fair. That's totally fair. And Charity Board Gamer's like, on that note, I'm gonna run. Sorry, I must have butchered your song, Chris. He's just like,
Oh,
I'm
no.
out of here.
Peace out.
Sorry,
Later,
peace
Charity.
out. Peace out, Chris. Good
Yep.
to see you.
He's gone.
He's gone. Too funny.
Oh man.
All right, Joe.
That is good. All right. Do you have a favorite designer?
Favorite designer. Yeah, that one's tough too. I'm gonna say Eric Slauson designs the games that I am so incapable of designing.
Can't sound familiar with him. What's he done?
Yeah,
Tattoo
that's
Stories,
Monstrosity and Tattoo
Monstrosity.
Stories.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just a part of my design brain that can't do party games, and Eric is just like exactly that. Just and it works.
Yeah. He is. Have you got to
All right.
meet him in person, Omari?
Yeah, we got to hang out one time at a convention. Yeah.
Yeah, he seems like
Yeah,
a
it was
pretty
super fun.
cool dude.
Oh yeah.
So speaking of convention, what is the next convention you'll be at?
PAX Unplugged. Yes, we have a booth there. So Colorway Game Labs will be on site. We'll be running demos and stuff of our 2 games that are coming out early next year. So there's that.
That is awesome. And for those that weren't familiar, if they didn't catch you at Gen Con, the cool thing about having a booth that you had at Gen Con was that you had people present at your booth that were not just booth workers. What was so important about them, Omari, that I think was totally rad?
Well, we have a game called Critical Care, and it is about being a team of ICU doctors, cooperative game, where you work together to try to save your patients. And I designed that game with 2 actual doctors who live in Boston area. So yeah, they came to Gen Con with me. So they were on the floor and they got scrubs for us. So I got to wear scrubs too. They're used to them,
awesome.
but I felt fancy in my scrubs. But yeah, people were walking up to them all the time and being like, haha, don't, it might be fun, but like, hope nobody thinks you're a real doctor. And they're all like, but we are
Jokes
real
on them.
doctors.
We are.
So
You're like,
pretty
this is not just
cool to have them
cosplay.
there. Yeah, and they're gonna come in and hang out again at PAX U. So,
That's
which is
awesome.
my favorite convention. So I'm excited to be there again too.
Awesome.
Yeah, we got to get out east and go to PAX one of these years.
Yeah.
Yes, you do, because we're going to be there. Well, I'm going to be there. Gus is going to be there. Super excited to see some peeps. So, yes, Joe and Abby, one of these years, make it out there.
Yeah, we will definitely try and make that happen.
Oh, okay. All right. We're going to get some dirt on you, Omari, now.
Uh-oh.
Let's go.
What
All the rumors are true.
is a game that you would never play again? Which game?
What is the game that I would never play again? I mean, I feel like this is a cop-out answer, but Cards Against Humanity.
That's legit.
I mean, that's a legit game
Yeah.
that I'd
Yeah.
never play again.
Yes.
I think that's an easy one, though. I was trying to think of a more challenging one, but I think that's that's mostly it. I mean, I will almost play any game with a group of people, who's interested in it, because I'm there for the people like 90% of the time.
Nice. Yeah. The legend says then we can have the PAX U live community connection gaming. Yes, that's true. One of these years, it'll happen. I definitely know, Legends, it will happen in January when the three of us are going to be up in Bellevue for OrcaCon.
Yes, OrcaCon's definitely coming up.
So, yeah.
OrcaCon is so
and Omari, if you are ever fancying going to the Pacific Northwest, OrcaCon is a fantastic convention to go to.
I was there last year.
Yeah.
Were you?
Fantastic. Yeah.
You know all about it. Yeah. So we're hoping to get a table this coming year, Omari, so we can actually highlight designers in the Northwest and kind of like play their games and stuff. So
awesome.
Yeah. And then just kind of hang out.
OrcaCon. I have my OrcaCon dice right here. that they gave me.
That's awesome.
I was a special guest. Yeah, they're so cute.
Yeah. Oh, that's rad. Yes. So OrcaCon definitely is going to be another meetup for the CCG crew for sure. For sure.
Nice.
All right. Who's next? Who's got a question? And anyone in the chat, feel free to pop those questions in too.
Who's got a question?
All right. Omari, what's the last thing you backed on crowdfunding?
I can look it up real quick, but I'm pretty sure it is the Wonderlands War expansion. Because I just played it, and don't tell James, I hadn't played it yet. But when I played it, I was like, oh yeah, this is sick. And I just immediately went and backed it. And that was like last week, I think. So I think that's the most recent.
Okay.
If it's your last day on Earth, what would your last dish be?
I'm gonna say, is it just one dish? How do we classify a dish?
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Let's say it's gonna involve French fries, but I'm gonna make them fancy as hell because I need the best French fries if it's gonna be the last one. So really, I'm just considering what are the best French fry toppings. And I would maybe just go with a classic, just like homemade chili and cheese with some jalapenos sprinkled on top. And an orange soda.
That sounds amazing.
So, Omari.
And an orange soda.
Speaking of, orange soda. I'm going to come back to that. But speaking of French fries, when you come to visit Portland, and Joe and Abby are going to come too, we're all going to go to this place called Lardo.
Lardo, yes.
They have a side dish called Dirty Fries. Omari. It is French fries with fried pork belly, herbs, like different kind of seasoned herbs on top, banana peppers, and melted Parmesan cheese.
Ooh, banana peppers. I do love a good sour kick on a
my gosh. When Panda was here, she had the dirty fries, and she can contest they were very, very good. She did not want to share. That's how good they were.
Panda endorsement. I'll take it.
So yeah, if you're a fry fan, that is definitely something that I would say to check out. And when it comes to orange soda, do you have a favorite brand of orange soda? Because there is only one true answer, according to me.
See?
No pressure.
But I don't even know if this brand still exists. I think it does, but I'm still going to call it my favorite, Orange Crush.
Yes! Thank you.
Good choice.
That's it.
Do they still exist? I haven't seen.
Oh, yeah.
They do.
Okay, they do. Okay.
But I would even go
Crush was
like
my jam,
one step further, Omari, and say Orange Crush in a bottle, a glass bottle over a can.
Oh, you didn't do the. I see. I remember there was a difference, but I don't know that I remember what my preference
but that's
was.
okay. Orange Crush is still we can still be friends. So
Sweet. Legend says Orange Crush still exists, so that excites me.
yeah. Nice.
I love it.
Well, I love how we always go segue with food talk here because it's not a board game stream unless we talk about food.
Oh yeah, we always got to talk about
talk
food. It's legit.
Absolutely.
All right. Is it back to me? Did it go back to me?
I
think
think
so.
it is. I think it is, Jess.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Da, 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 da. Oh, we already talked about crowdfunding for Omari. Ooh, this is a good one. I think we just recently added this. What are some games you would recommend to board game designers just starting out in order for them to play and kind of gather up their ideas?
Yeah. I think I would say number 9 is a good one. I describe that game. Just game design is just very elegant and simple design. So I think I would push new designers towards simpler games because it's very easy to try to go deep into something really complex when you're first designing. So I would probably recommend smaller games. I think number 9 is a great example of something that does a lot with very few components and rules. Abandon All Artichokes, absolutely another game that does a lot with not so much going on. Provides really compelling, interesting gameplay that feels familiar, but also not. So, Abandon All Artichokes. Probably Scout also. That's just another game that, in terms of doing a lot with very little, the card sort of like dual side card hand management mechanism that they have there is just so brilliant and like easy at the same time to understand and figure out. And yeah, so I would probably give those because they're just excellent examples of design, and you can dissect and kind of understand smaller games, I think, a little bit easier if you're just starting out.
I like those. I 100% agree. And we just had Emma on here a couple weeks ago talking about Abandon All Artichokes.
Emma's so great.
That's so awesome. It's like full circle happening here on the stream. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. All right, Joe.
All right, I'm gonna pull this question from chat. James, you asked this one earlier. Do you have any favorite quick 20-minute games that you enjoy?
Yeah, I mean, lately Scout has been my go-to for that, because yeah, if you have people who know how to play, you could definitely get a 20-minute game. So I'm gonna go with Scout.
Awesome, like it.
Yep. I got that to the table with some of my family members, Omari, that are not like super heavy board gamers, but they just like to play games. And I was like, okay, it's like rummy and, poker and a little bit of this and that and the other. Like, oh, okay. Like the only thing you have to remember is you either hold your cards like this or you hold them like this.
That's it.
And that's it.
Ooh.
Everything else is pretty much the same. They're like, oh, okay. And it was like super quick. I think we probably played like 4 or 5 games in like 90 minutes. It was insane.
Yeah.
So
it works.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw Splendor in there too, because I did just whip that out randomly and just play one quick game because we were like not trying to beat game. We didn't have that much time, so it was like, okay, Splendor. And that's great because in most of my circles, I never have to explain the rules, and that's what makes it so easy and short. That's one that we all just like, you just put it on the table and play. It's great.
Yep. Abby, what you got,
Awesome.
my dear?
So what would be your top 3 games for a weekend getaway with like gaming friends?
I need some lighthearted stuff. I don't want to bring anything too heavy out.
So no TI4
For-
or anything like that?
No. Usually, I gotta pace myself if I'm spending a weekend gaming. I don't want to want to have 12-hour long games. After that, I'm just gonna nap for 2 days. So I would say some lighter weight games. I would bring Tiny Towns. That's one that's easy, quick and easy to set up and play. I think I would bring, what else is kind of quick and easy? You know what? I would need to bring some sort of classic like Splendor, but maybe not Splendor. I want something a little more complex. This is so challenging. I only get 3 games. Oh my goodness.
Maybe we'll move it to 5. Is 5 better?
Yeah.
That might be worse because then I'll have to get a complex game. And then if I open it up to complex games, then that's a whole nother realm of possibility. Okay. I'm going to say, you know what? I would also bring Tiny Epic Galaxies. It won't take up a lot of space. That's also a thing if I'm traveling. So we'll bring Tiny Epic and bring a good card game too that maybe doesn't take up a lot of space. Actually, Abandoned Artichokes is good. It has a 10, travels well. I don't have to worry about it getting busted up. Yeah, that's a solid 3. We could just like hang out and break out a game every now and then and have a great weekend.
All right.
I like it. I like it. The Tiny Towns, Tiny Epic, Artichokes weekend.
Yeah, and Tiny Epic you can play solo, so I made sure to have something solo in there.
So you're like, all right,
In
I'm gonna
case I wanna
take
game
my
alone.
time, my me time over here.
It's I don't sleep well sometimes, and that's
I
a
was
nice
gonna
little
say,
chill activity.
when everyone else is asleep, because I'm always the first
Yeah.
to tap out during board game stuff. I'm like, okay, plan stuff that you can do on your own without me because I'm going to bed.
I'm gonna be the last one up, so some solo gaming might happen. Who knows?
Joe, Abby, any of you got some questions?
Oh yeah, we still got plenty of them. All right, let's see. Which one can we ask next? Okay. In your opinion, do you think crowdfunding has changed the design process for board games for better or for worse?
Oh.
I don't think it's changed the design process for worse. I don't think so. I'm gonna say for better. Like the design space, I think the biggest thing that crowdfunding and Kickstarter and those tools have done is just allowed a lot more people to get into design. And so I think the overall benefit of just having more, designers and more people out there working on games probably outweighs anything kind of negative that like comes out of it. Because I know, there's criticisms about games that are, maybe designed sloppily, but like kind of they know how to kind of feed off the Kickstarter system, and it's a formula, and like you can kind of work the system to your advantage if you're smart. And I think some stuff can be sacrificed on the design side if that's like how you operate. But I don't think there's that many people doing that compared to just like the number of people who are just passionate and feeling like it's possible to actually make their games come to life. So I'm going to say net positive.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Abby, what you
All right,
got?
Abby, do you got one?
Oh, I didn't realize
Nervous
it was already
giggle.
back to me.
It is back to you, my dear.
James Brazil says, "What is your favorite fall activity?"
It's like there's not that much in the fall that I do. I mean, really, one of the reasons I live in North Carolina and remain living in North Carolina is just watching the like trees change color. So yeah, going up to the mountains, the Blue Ridge, it's really close to me. Like an hour and a half, I can get up there, and during this part of the year, yeah, it's gorgeous. It's really gorgeous. Grandfather Mountain, super, super beautiful spot. And you just look around and it's just red and orange everywhere. It's really cool.
That is awesome. That sounds a lot like if you can get outside. I think that's always the fun part of like exploring your surroundings is something great, especially places like if you have mountain ranges nearby or like a river or something like that.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm from New Orleans and we didn't even have a fall. You just went from spring to winter.
Man.
Or from summer to winter. It was just like 3 days of not hot and all of a sudden it's cold.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Oh man. Yeah, definitely having some seasons in different parts of the country. Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Oh man. Good evening, Quaid Rain. It's popping in to say hi in the middle of putting. I think you're meant to putting my kids to bed, not hunting my kids to bed. Silly autocorrect. But thank you so much, Quaid, for hanging out. Quaid is the wonderful person that designed this shirt design for Maroon 7.
Maroon 7.
And yeah, so thank you so much, Quaid, for hanging out. And good evening, Deadpan. Welcome in.
Deadpan, what's up?
Panda's got a question. What foods do you miss from New Orleans, Omari?
Ooh, that is a good question.
Everything. I mean, I recently went down there and I just had a list. I was like, I got to eat all these foods before I leave. Let's make it happen. Probably two that I miss the most: hot sausage. And there's a delicious hot sausage maker called Vaucresson. I can't even describe it. It's like, it's this very sort of meaty sausage that has a crazy number of spices in it. But it's just a flavor unlike any other sausage and texture. I don't know what he does to make it, but it's delicious. And gumbo. Gumbo is hard to find the way that it's made in New Orleans. It's hard to find outside of New Orleans because it's funny. Everybody in New Orleans make their gumbo like differently, like this restaurant versus another one or versus my mom's. But they're all good and distinctively New Orleanian. And I don't know, outside of New Orleans, it feels like it doesn't hit that mark all the time. It feels like something's always a little bit off and it's hard to kind of figure out what that is. But yeah, I would love some gumbo. Hopefully, maybe I'll make some. I did it twice. And the first time was more successful than the second time, actually. So maybe the third time it will be so bad that I'll never try again. I don't know.
Are beignets kind of originated in New Orleans too, Omari, or is that different?
Oh, yes,
Okay.
but I'm trying not to eat gluten, so otherwise I would have said beignets 100 times over.
Okay.
I love beignets so much. They're so good. I'm going to cry now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no.
I broke Omari. I'm sorry. Oh.
It was funny. My last day in New Orleans, I was so tempted. I was like, I really want a beignet. And I had to tell myself no several times when I almost went. Can't do it.
Self-discipline is hard, especially when it comes
Yeah,
to food.
there you go.
Real hard.
Especially when it comes to food. Yeah.
Ugh,
Joe,
wanna
what you
eat
got?
all the things.
All right. Well, we'll try and talk about something happier. now.
Yeah.
Me wishing for beignets, although I kind of want one now. But anyway, is there a particular process, failure, or idea that set you up for success later?
Honestly, sort of and I don't even know what to call it. I guess it was a process of designing what ended up being the DJ Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince summertime game. How we got there really taught me a lot about design, taught me a lot about being in the industry, taught me a lot about just like how gaming can work. And really, yeah, just a lot about how to function as a game industry person. Because we started that game, it was called Graffiti Nights, and it was about a basically you controlled a group of graffiti artists, and you were kind of like trying to take over parts of the city, locations around the city, and the game was good, but it never really felt like the graffiti game that we really wanted to make. So we ended up just shelving it for a while, and we revisited it a couple times, try to see if we could change it, make updates. Never really came together. And then in a conversation we were having with WizKids, they basically brought up the license for for DJ Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince, and I was like, I don't know. Let's see if we can figure this out. And so we rethemed Graffiti Nights into that, and it was like the perfect sort of fit for me as like an early designer going through this process of retheming a game. That was, I think, the first game that I have ever rethemed. And it ended up working out really well because we translated, the locations from the graffiti game to locations that were in Philly. So that was easy. And then we were able to kind of take the gameplay, and it's like, well, you're not, trying to take over a town. You're trying to basically show DJ Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince how cool you are in each location you go to. And we were able to use all the same mechanics. We tweaked it a little bit to make it a little more thematic, but that entire process just taught me so much, and just gave me a lot to work with. And yeah, just got to work with kids and kind of understand more about the partnerships on the business side. So all around, just like, yeah, it gave me so much insight, and it was so unexpected. We thought that game would just sit there and we wouldn't do anything with it. So it was awesome.
That's really cool. I like that backstory with that.
Yeah, and with that too, Omari, did you have to get like IP like licensing and stuff?
Well, that was kind of their role. Like that was they had those connections and had that already sort of lined up. So we were able to just fit exactly what they were looking for.
Nice. That's really awesome, because I'm always curious when it comes to like board game development, when it has like a well-known IP or something like that, like if it's a little bit more difficult, like more hoops to jump through and things of that nature. So
yeah, it can be, a company like WizKids, like they handle most of the difficult parts, but it does, there are restrictions and things that you can't do or can't have in the game based on that. But outside of that, you don't have to deal with the challenges for the most part.
That's good. Have you ever thought about presenting that game to like Jazzy Jeff and Will Smith?
Yeah, sure. It's a fun game, of course.
I mean, it's just a little Twitter tag, right?
That's all it takes.
All right, Abby, what you got, my dear?
Do you design for yourself or do you design for your potential audience?
That is absolutely changed in the last, I don't know, year or so. I think I started out thinking I was designing for myself, but I I was designing for a particular audience in mind, and I think I did a good job in like connecting and reaching that. But in the process of just like designing more games, I'm finding out more and more that the designs that get me excited and keep me excited are the games that I'm designing for myself. So I'm starting to move more in that direction and just like understand like what do I really want to make and try to figure that out. And there's a couple games that I'm gonna get started working on soon that I'm super excited about, that are gonna, I think, be really different from anything that anybody would probably expect from me. So we'll see what happens.
Ooh, anything you can share, or is it still under wraps?
I mean, I can share the tiniest tidbit of information.
Yes.
About that
The little
game.
salt
Yes,
grain.
give us the exclusives. We love it.
It's a game about companionship, set in the far future. So it is very, that world is very influenced by hip hop, and so yeah, there'll be elements of hip hop all around the world and the culture and the speech. Really trying to build a world that has a lot of that just built into the architecture, into everything. And yeah, just try and do something really different, and make a game that is just like close to my heart and close to the kid that kind of loved games growing up. So yeah, I think it'll be fun and interesting, and it will confuse some people, but also some people will be astonished. I'm hoping.
That's awesome. All right, I think it's back to me now, huh?
It is.
All right, Omari, do you have a favorite or maybe a dream publishing company that you would like to work with?
I'm going to say Colorway Game Labs, which is my publishing company.
Yeah! Self-promotion time!
Nice. Well done.
Not exactly self-promotion, but lately I think what I've felt is that I'm not the publishing company that I want to be yet. So I want to work for that company. It's the company that I'm trying to build, and like we're not there yet. And so I'm excited to work for that company whenever it exists. But it's going to take some time.
Ah, that's awesome, though. You create what you want to be.
Yeah. Working on it.
Very cool.
Awesome. All right, Omari, personally for you, what number of games in your collection do you think is too many?
Just like my number, my barrier, where I'm going to be like, hey.
What's your line in the sand?
Oh. I'm going to say 100 games. I'm not there yet. And that's only because I've done a decent job at just like slowly culling. And also I give away games. Like if there's any person that is like around and we play a game and I don't absolutely love it and they're excited about it, I'll just give them a game. So I think I stay below that and I feel very comfortable with that, just like slowly over time. And I don't buy a ton of games either. So I will feel slightly uncomfortable if I have over 100 games. I think that's fair. But I'm not counting RPG books. I think that is not fit necessarily into this. I can have a second shelf for those.
Yeah, that's legit. I would not put RPG books in the same number as, actual like board games and boxes. That's two separate animals right there.
Definitely two separate animals. I'm excited though. I just got the space D&D version. What is it called? Nope, it's right here. Starjammer. I just got the
Oh.
Starjammer books, so
Oh,
I'm interested in digging into that a
Tell
little
us
bit.
more. Is it in like the D&D style?
Yeah, it is. It is a Wizards of the Coast product.
Wow.
Oh, there it is. Spelljammer. Yeah,
That's awesome. Yeah,
it's a
Slivers and
Adventures
James
in
know what
Chaos.
you were talking about.
yeah.
That's cool.
They knew what you were talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, it totally has it just kind of adds to the D&D mechanics, space things. So being able to some new races and stuff, kind of some mechanics for how to deal with the technology and the magic, because it's a little bit different even though it's the same. And yeah, some mechanics for like space battles. So I do love space, which is so weird that I
Don't have a space game yet.
necessarily
You don't have a space game.
space game that's like in my mind, which is it's super weird.
Oh man. James says that he played the 2nd edition and just got 5th edition rules. So pretty cool.
Yeah,
Something new.
5e is cool.
That's awesome. That is awesome. I have my my bag of dice right here next to me because Joe and myself and a few others are currently in an RPG campaign. So I'm just
Nice.
itching to roll some dice and whenever I can. So yeah, that's pretty fun. Abby, my dear, do you
I
have
will
anything else to
back
add?
into-
Well, going off of that, Omari, what is your favorite set of dice? Like, what do they look like?
Ooh.
Oh, there's some pink ones. I don't know if I have them right here because they're probably in my bag. But they're just like some pink kind of. They might be here. Yeah, iridescent ones. They're really cool though. I got them from a friend who makes dice bags and dice trays, and I won this set of dice tray and dice bag set. Ooh, and I found them. And she asked me my favorite color, and I said pink, and so she sent me these. So they're just really cute and pink.
Oh, those are adorable. I love those.
Yeah.
That's all.
Oh, I
Pink with
love
white.
it.
Yeah, it has like a yellowish kind of marble finish in the pink,
Those are
which they're
pretty.
not in focus, but
Pretty.
yeah.
Pretty,
Those
pretty,
are my
pretty.
little-
A Panda
little dice
says,
babies.
Omari, you need to get the dice case. Have you seen the dice
The
briefcase?
dice case. Oh, the big
Yeah.
one. Yeah. Doesn't somebody
Emma-
have?
Emma
Doesn't
Larkin's
Emma
Emma
have
Larkin's
one?
Emma has
Yeah.
it, and she
Yeah.
showed it, and it's double-sided, Omari, so she loads the
I
front and the
know.
back. Oh my gosh.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So do you just have them like all thrown in a bag, Omari? Your dice?
No, I just keep that one set in this bag.
Okay.
Well, it's a bag inside a bag.
Aha. Inception bag.
Yeah, bagception is where it's at.
Yeah, I'm realizing now that like the dice bag that I have, a friend of mine actually knitted it for me, and it's deeper than
Aw.
it needs to be. So I have a lot more dice than the eye can see. So I'm constantly digging. But I just love the sound of rifling through dice. So I'm like, I don't mind. I could just rifle through till I find the D20 that I want to roll today. So
Sometimes that's how you got to do it.
Yeah.
I like that. It's chaotic. I would probably do that too. I just got to get more dice.
yeah.
I you know what? For my first D&D campaign, I bought for my character. I bought 2 sets of dice,
Uh-huh.
and it would, depending on how the character was feeling that day, I would choose which dice to roll
Nice.
for that session.
Oh, that's awesome.
I
was like-
love it.
Yeah, so I'm with you. I'm
Yeah,
gonna make sure I do something like that now. It's a little more fun.
Oh my gosh. I made the silly purchase of buying like fancy new dice because I wanted to play an RPG, like a new RPG. And so I got these really cool luminescent dice, and I have them here. And it was the first session, and Joe can attest that we were playing of this RPG, and I totally whiffed on my dice rolls with these new dice.
You didn't get to break them in, Jess. That's the thing. Like you use them
I
cold.
didn't.
Wow.
So okay, so
Did you go
Omari,
straight
these
into
are
the
kind of like
session?
they're very opalescent. And
Ooh,
the-
opalescent.
and they
I like that
have
word.
kind of like Star Trekian numbers on them, so they're very like futuristic, high tech kind of numerous.
Yeah. So yeah, like the outline around the number. That's cool.
Yeah, but again, they were not successful for me for that scenario, and I was like, oh. But yes, you're right, Joe. I just need to have them warmed up.
Yeah, you gotta throw them in the dice tower a couple times.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, get them all warmed up. Exactly.
That's all.
Yeah, just gotta get them all
They
warmed
need that.
up.
Show them some love.
Yeah, James knows. James knows my dice goblin nature.
Yep.
All right, Abby, do you think it's time? I think it might be time.
I think it's time.
Yep, I
we're-
think so. Let me go get him.
All right, Joe is gonna do a
Get
quick
him.
costume change, Omari.
Please.
This is
Okay.
all a part of the stream, so don't be alarmed.
I'm ready. Maybe.
This is going to be all of your ideas of what Joe could be wearing will be kiboshed once he puts on
Oh
his
my
outfit.
goodness. I'm ready. I'm so ready.
And James, to answer your question, I have a combination. I only have one set of metal dice. Most of mine are silicone or
Metal.
plastic.
Ooh.
But Omari, what do you have? Do you have a combination of dice types?
No, I think I only really have plastic right now. Hey.
There we go.
Oh my god. We're done here.
Thank you and good night. No, I was kidding.
Yeah, it's been a good night, you guys. I'm done here.
We lost Abby. We all lost Abby. I'm so sorry.
Hey, even interviewers need vacations sometimes. Come on.
That's true.
All right, take it away, Joseph.
All right, so we've reached the portion of the stream where we do just as Dean Emeritus James Lipton from Pace University did before me. It is time for the Sir Phantom Lipton questionnaire. So, Omari, no pressure. Rapid fire
None.
questions. Answer
ready.
as you will. There are no right or wrong answers. Just have fun with it. So, are you ready, my friend?
Yeah, let's go. I'm so into this.
All right. Good. I'm glad you are. All right, here we go. What is your favorite board game?
Arcadia Quest.
All right. What is your least favorite board game?
Cards Against Humanity.
What board game makes you feel the most happy?
Ooh. That's a good one. That's such a happy specifically. I gotta say Flatter Me.
All right. What board game makes you feel the most sad?
Great Western Trail. But I love it.
Okay. That's a good answer. Like I got to think about that one. All right. What board game components do you love?
Dice.
What board game components do you dislike?
I would say dislike. Spinners?
Okay. What board game is so bad that its name should become a curse word?
Is the game bad or is the name bad?
Oh.
That's left up to interpretation.
Or is it just a really cool curse word? I don't know any other way to answer this. I'm just gonna say Basque because it's the coolest curse word in a board game name.
I think that's the most interesting answer we've had to that question yet.
Yep.
I love it. That is a good one. I love it. Okay.
I know I basked it up. I'm sorry.
No, you didn't. No, you
I
didn't.
did.
That was perfect. Okay. What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
Other than my own,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say building puppets.
Okay. What profession would you not like to do?
Be a doctor.
All right. And
I
finally,
know too much.
all right, and finally, if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Only because it would be hilarious. Go to hell.
Oh, that's so good. All right. And that, my friend, is the Sir Phantom Lipton questionnaire.
I love it.
Sweet.
Yay!
Beautiful.
Love it.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
in.
Now we have to have a little sidebar about this because Omari,
We do. We do.
no. I think that
I'm ready.
Omari, you should create a little ditty for when Joe comes on to do the Sir Lipton questionnaire that I will play
Oh my
on
goodness.
stream. So as he comes in as Sir Phantom Lipton, he's got his little ditty
need
intro
intro
music,
music.
like he's a
Need intro
famous
music.
wrestler
I got
walking
you.
into the arena.
I got you.
Oh my goodness.
That-
So
that
that's
I
your
can't wait.
task after the stream, Omari. Whenever you have time in your busy schedule, my dear, make a little
That
ditty
I
for
can
Joe for the Sir
For Joe.
Phantom Lipton questionnaire.
I cannot wait. That's going to
love
be
it.
amazing.
Yeah.
Intro music. This is a new challenge for me, Joe. You gave me a new challenge.
Yeah, there we go. Yes, James, I was also thinking too of like clipping together all of these Sir Phantom Lipton questionnaires of all of our guests because I think that would just be phenomenal.
Oh, I can do that easily. I can work on that.
Yeah, that would be awesome
great.
to have for us. But this basically comes to we're concluding our time together, Omari. It has been so wonderful.
Yeah.
But before we
This was
do,
great.
where can folks, what can folks look forward to coming from you in
Coming
the
from me?
next future weeks, months, days, hours? If you're going to go post something on social media right now, what can people look forward
Yeah.
to coming from you?
I mean, I have some friends that I'm going to be introducing to people in various ways. You might have seen him already. His name is Earl Out of This World. Earl is my buddy and like is probably going to just hang out with me on stream sometimes. No, seriously, you're gonna have to hang out with me on stream. So
Awesome.
he's about it. Yeah, this sounds pretty cool. And we're gonna
I love it.
Yes.
do the thing. So this is Earl.
Hi, Earl.
Say what's up, Earl. What's up, y'all? And we're gonna do our thing and see what happens. So be joining me on music and potentially, I don't know what else. We can get into some more stuff if you want. Yeah, that's cool. All right. We'll make it happen. So that's Earl. He's gonna be hanging out. And also his buddy Roger is back there. Is gonna be hanging out a little bit too. So we're gonna go on some adventures and do some gaming stuff together. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Streaming is gonna be a part of that as well. So streaming is hard, so I'm excited to get back into it and get into it in a different way because I'm here to have a good time, and these two are hilarious.
Cannot wait. This is awesome. And you've done a few little, it was like TikToks or Instagram videos already, Omari, with them?
Just one, yeah. I put
Okay.
out one of my TikTok freestyles had Earl in it.
Yeah.
But that's I'm doing a lot of things now that, again, I'm trying to rekindle my love for gaming and reconnect with the community. So yeah, I'm putting more music out. I have a song that I'm about to put out on my mixtapes with Danny Lowe singing the hook for me from
Wow.
from the industry.
Yeah.
Danny Lowe of gaming industry. Helped me out with a really cool song about the game Caverna. So
Oh, that's awesome. And speaking of
Oh,
Danny,
that'll
we're
be
having her
Yeah,
on
that's
next
a
week.
perfect segue.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
totally.
Well,
Yeah.
then you can you'll have access to the song before then. Don't worry.
Oh, that is so rad. Yeah, total
We're
segue,
gonna
friends.
we will totally have to ask her about it. That's awesome.
Oh,
Oh
man.
yeah.
That is
She'll
too
be
cool.
super embarrassed, but you could play it on stream.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, that's so rad.
It was a really fun time. So what a segue! I literally did not know that. I hope
No, that was
everyone
perfect.
No,
who's
that was
watching
totally
knows.
perfect because
I did
we're
not
just
know
doing
that
our
at all.
closers right now. So yeah, Omari, mwah. Cheers to you, my dear. That was on point. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So friends, you can catch us next Monday, 7 p.m. Pacific time, Halloween night, everyone.
Yep.
Danny has
Whoa.
encouraged us all to come in costume. So you will see how that all goes. I have some ideas of what I want to be. And I was going to ask Joe and Abby if they wanted to kind of participate in my idea or not. Totally fine. Totally up to y'all.
What you got, Jess?
Well, hold on. I will show you. Hold on just a moment.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Wait. Is this another costume change?
I was-
Okay.
Costume
I
changes?
was not expecting this one, so now I'm
What's
really
happening?
curious.
Is it time for me to eat gummies also? I think so.
Yep, it is.
All right, everybody ready? Okay, I'm just going to
Yeah,
hold up part
happening.
of my costume and then I'll have everyone else kind of decipher.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That was
So if
maybe
that,
gonna be my costume.
if that's going to be me, then I need some others to join me with this costume idea. So
I am jealous.
Ooh, I don't even know who I would be.
I have some thoughts for you,
excited.
Joe, and I have some thoughts for Abby.
Okay, we'll discuss.
Can I make
Yeah.
a recommendation for
Yes,
Joe?
yes.
Because I think it would be adorable. Could Joe
Okay,
be
what you got?
lion?
Could Joe be lion? Oh my gosh, yes! Oh my gosh, yes.
That would be incredible. I'm just saying.
That would be awesome. So yeah, and this is
Okay,
a homemade
I
shirt
will-
that I just
Hold on, I'm googling this. Yeah, I think I can make this happen. I think I can make that happen.
Yes. I'm giving ideas too. It's great.
Yay!
Yeah, I think I can do something with that.
Thank you so much, Dino Corgi, for stopping in. You are such a delight to have in the chat. I hope you get some good sleep. Thank you. So I just crafted it the other day. Some folks that I posted on my personal social media, Omari, were like, "Is that Homestar Runner?" And I was like, "Good guess, but no."
Nah. Oh,
So
one of my
Although
favorite
Homestar
shows
Runner would
ever.
be fun to do too.
Homestar Runner would be absolute blast. Yes.
Yep.
So that's gonna be next Monday, friends. Here on the stream. But before we sign you all off, let's throw it to Abby. Abby, what you got going on in the Twitcherverse this week?
On Thursday, I will be on Rolling with Rock. I know what I'm doing this week. I got it.
Yeah.
For Rocktober. I think that's it.
Yeah,
I had to look
Abby's
at my
kind of a
calendar.
whirlwind when it comes to streaming. It's like she's got a schedule. Sometimes she's not. It's like you never know.
That's my style. Chaos. That's it.
Yeah. Looking good while doing it. So there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. The most lovable
Love it,
potato
Abby.
you will ever meet is the Abby potato.
Yep. Absolutely.
All right, Joe, what you got? What you got on stream?
Yeah, so I will expand on that. So as most of you know, I am here in Hawaii for a business trip, but I am still obviously participating in streaming as much as I can. So I will also be on Rolling with the Rock on Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be me, Abby, and Benita, and we're going to be playing games on BGA.
I think
Nice.
Amanda Panda will be
Oh,
there.
I think Amanda Panda is going to be there too, I believe.
See, this, I'm like, I don't know what.
People are going to be
Someone
there.
was going to
know.
tell me to be
We're
there.
going to be there. Rock invited us all, and all of us may be there. We'll see what happens.
We're going to be there with
you're all gonna be
BGA.
there.
That's all I remembered.
Also
too
Panda.
funny. Oh my gosh. And then for me, friends, you can catch me back here on Wednesday morning, 11 a.m. Pacific. I'm going to be playing Viticulture with Quaid Rain in the chat, and we're seeing if we can pull another friend from the community to do a 3-player game on BGA. That's going to be Wednesday. And then Friday, continuing on with my ceramic painting for my ofrenda for Dia de Muertos. And then Sunday, I'm also going to be on the TLN marathon, and myself and Joe and Panda and Anna Maria are going to be playing the Questlings RPG, little one-shot scenario from Lightaman Games. That's coming to crowdfunding here soon. So that's going to be Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific time. But you can catch all the schedule and stuff on my socials at Jess_CCG. You can follow all the wonderful faces here on their social media handles right there next to their names on screen. And so, friends, as we are queuing up a raid train, is there anything else you would like to add? Any other well wishes, any other questions that you have for Omari before we sign off for the night?
Yep, I think we've said everything that needs to be said.
I think so.
Choo choo.
Yeah. And friends, if you are a sub of my channel, there are some new the sub emote that the wonderful Quaid Rain created for me there. Otherwise, you can use the good old-fashioned Twitch raid emote in the chat instead for the community raid here. But until next time, friends, stay safe, enjoy your board games. Thank you once again, Omari, for being just fantastic and awesome. And we
Yeah,
will
you're welcome. This was fun.
catch you all on the next stream. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.